There we go.
Good morning.
And I got with Anina, so she should be opening hers up to the public. And it is that time. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Dimension Touring Company Roadshow. Today we're going to be looking at entries from the recent Take My Breath Away contest sponsored by Luvinet at Brisasol. Dimension News has been really quiet this week. The forums were down all day yesterday. The only thing that got posted, Mordecus put up that it might be possible for us to see an Infinity Gate sky with 3.2. He said not to hold him to that, but he said it shouldn't be too difficult to add. I know if you like that particular sky, it might make you a pretty happy camper like it does me. I'm here again with Aplak. I've talked to Diva. She's doing much better. We should expect to see her return soon. And as far as contests go, Take My Breath Away just ended. The winners will be announced next week right here when we're on with Luvinet, Moisture, and Rally, the judges of the contest. And another contest has started right on the heels of that one, and it's called Get Up and Go, and it's sponsored by the Dimension Touring Company and Tryon. I want to thank Tryon for supporting this contest and paying out the prizes. The prize for first place is 15,000 credits. So without further ado, because we've got a lot of dimensions to tour and not a lot of time to do it in, we're going to get started, and we're on Lathis right now, and we're in Japanese Cultural Festival by Azro. I'm going to follow these arrows, and we're off.
We're off. It's like the speed dating of dimensions. Go!
Yeah, we got about 30 seconds per dimension. I did like the little booth that she's got set up here.
Yeah, I like how everyone's a little different. Very cute.
I know on opening night, I pretty much cleaned out the bar. And the motive for this one was just a good place to have date night at. Now I do apologize that we are going to skip some details. We're going to skip a lot of details and a lot of dimensions just because we're going so fast, and I do apologize for that.
Alright guys, don't blink, here we go.
Yeah, Lathis had a really good turnout on this contest too. I think there were five entries is what I'm showing for this shard.
I love this little path walkway. That would be a very romantic walk.
Lots of places to stop and get distracted for a while. Yep, it's this way. When I first saw this, I was like, oh no, a maze!
Oh no, not those. I'm allergic to mazes, I think. It's against my religion or something.
And here we are in the main area. I really like this open air stage here covered with the sakura trees.
Yeah, it is very pretty.
Decorated.
Use of lighting too, made it brightened it up.
Yeah, and the sweet berry accents.
Oh yeah.
Welcome.
My favorite guy here, Nico.
Nico, how's it going?
Farewell.
Yes, it's always beer time.
I like this. That's a cute idea. Little camera shot. Come on, Fiendish, you were my date. Let's take a picture. Cheese!
Cheese.
Definitely a good use of the space. We went all the way around, so...
Yeah, and there is more inside. I really like what she did with the interior of the temple itself.
Yeah, I have not built in this dimension yet. It's a big one.
It is, and you know, it's so pretty. My worry with this one has always been damaging the aesthetics, and that's crazy because I built my contest dimension in Temple They Abandoned, but I enclosed it all.
Yeah, didn't use the given surroundings. Oh, that's very pretty.
Yes, I do love this wraparound, the aquariums that she's made.
Oh yeah, and it's got all the newer Dimension C items. That's great. Even some of the old ones.
Yeah.
Very cute. Yeah.
And then integrating the window into a fountain here.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. You know what? The last time I came in here, I did not look up.
Yeah, some lovely work on the ceiling up here.
Very cute so far. Alrighty. Was that all of this one, or did I miss something in this one?
No.
So make sure I got
think
it all.
that was all of it. Now, one of the provisions of the contest was to put hearts in, and Ezra put hers in the gate heading toward the paths that's on the walls there, made out of life manures. I'm looking for Anina's, but I don't think it's open yet, or it's not showing up for whatever reason. So our next stop is going to be Belarus's. And prepare to be wowed by this one. This is one of my own favorites of this contest.
I unfortunately did not keep up with all of the backstories on the forums there. What does the name mean? Do you happen to know? Something about a rendezvous in Paris?
I think it's like rendezvous for two in Paris, but I don't really speak French. But Plaza Orantine was such a good choice for this.
Yes, it was. I love how she built up the buildings around that. They match pretty darn well.
They do, and there's so many pieces of the mausoleums that just look really, really good. And she used them very well in here. Oh, and there's Bella. Trying to hide under the table.
Yeah, I really like the Phyllis of this one. It's very cute. Great use of the drip lines too. Adds to the feeling of being in Paris. You know what kind of reminds me of is, what was that movie? Harrison Ford. It was a remake. Oh gosh, his name was Linus.
Born.
And
Something born. I'm thinking. Maybe not.
oh gosh. And he was rich, and at the end of the movie, they ended up meeting up in Paris because that's what she wanted. And gosh, it's gonna bug me that I can't think of that.
There's a lot of really good use in here of the existing pieces of the base dimension, like these planters on the bridge, which I've always wanted as a separate item.
Yeah, I love that she put trees in that. And I apologize in advance if I call anybody a she that's a he or he that's a she. I just don't know everybody yet. And just correct me and I will make a note.
And here we've got a nice cozy dinner for two. And such a great view from this balcony.
Very cute. Great use of the banners once again.
Yeah, I think those really turned into an item that changed the game in a lot of ways as far as dimensions go. And wherever your romantic rendezvous winds up.
Whoa. Oh, and there's the heart above the bed.
Yep. And another thing I really like about this is sometimes with PvP banners, people will put a way in, but you don't have a way back out. And she put in the way back out too.
Very cute. I really do love the feeling of this one when you're walking down the street with the lamps and the water and all the awnings and little tables. Very cute. Oh, and like a newsstand or magazine stand.
Uh-huh. So great work, Bella. I really enjoyed this one. And I'm pretty sure the judges did as well. So the next one is by Late. I am going to butcher this name. Letty. It's called Here With Me. It's in Breach Chamber. I apologize for any name butchering that I do.
It always amazes me how people find different ways to use this space in this dimension. This one stumps me because it's so very specific in its coloring and aesthetics. This is great.
It is. I like Breach Chamber. but every time I try to pull something off in here, I don't know, I lose my inspiration or just can't do it for some reason. But this is very, very pretty. And the one thing about this one I liked, and this is something we don't really see all too often anymore, there is just a ton of food morphine in here.
Yeah, there is.
Mixed in with the carnival stuff.
Ooh, little sushi. Yes, please. Great job.
And there are hearts in here everywhere.
I noticed that everywhere.
But this is a very pretty one.
Yeah, the water surfaces definitely complement and take on its surroundings, whether it be with a projector or just the natural light and a dimension. Always a good choice. Looks great.
Anita's is open now. It's called Love Conquers Hall. Now I haven't seen this one yet. Oh, this is cool.
Ha ha ha. Passion.
This is a nice little representation about the various ways to make love grow, I guess. And there's the heart is right up there on the back circle.
This is cute. Very different and interesting take on it.
Yeah.
Almost like going through a museum and you see each piece of artwork. This is just it's a little story.
Oh.
And then the beginning there with love is.
Yeah, which I had missed when we first zoned in. Nice work, Anina.
I spy in my little eye.
Do you think if we follow her around, we'll make her nervous?
Put her on follow in a conga line.
Maybe. No, we'll leave her to her work. our next dimension on Lathis, well, the last one on Lathis is by the Bonnie and Clyde gang. And it's left at the default name, it's just Stoneflash Tavern. Now I'm not sure if there was a specific area in here that was just for the contest or if it was the whole thing. But there's the heart right when you walk into the main building.
Oh, yeah.
And the way people made their hearts for this was really interesting as well.
Yeah, I've noticed there's been menhirs, there's been orbs, all kinds of different things that people are using, not just per se like a building block or something, you know?
Yeah. Cute little kitchen here. And as far as most of this goes, it looks like it's pretty heavily in progress.
Alright, this one's my room because it's got the big screen.
I do like this shower. Scrub-a-dub-dub.
The little computer room in here. Oh, it's colorful and pretty.
Yeah, this is the back part here is my favorite part of Stone Flask. I would probably use it a lot more if we had like a wrecking ball.
Ooh, I see something that looks like a love nest over there. Wow. This thing's huge. I didn't realize it got that big.
Yeah.
Yep, I called it love nest. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, target dummies. A lot of water features going on in here. I do wish that we could have this bridge as its own item too. I'll add that up to my wish list along with Meridian broken down to its base components.
Little carnival section over here.
Yep. Very nice. Okay, so that covers Lathis, and our next stop is Fablight. Fablight only had one entry this go around.
Oh, hey, that's where I put my character. You ever transfer a character off to another server to get something from an A8, and then you don't remember where you put them? I
Yes.
just found that.
This one's called Love's Greatest Gift.
Good name.
Not a Thing is the alt of Jaded. She uses Fane's Retreat. Let me get my big head out of the way. And this is one of those places that's small, but it's just loaded with details. I love this one.
Ah, there I am. I finally caught up with you. Oh, that's cute. Little hat here on the peg. That's cute.
Yep. And this one was about Love's Greatest Gift, and this one was a child. Love that wall art. You know, when I posted on the entries yesterday, this one wasn't open. I definitely hit it first thing this morning.
Yeah, this is my first time in here. I missed this one as well. Actually, there was a few others that I missed as well. Oh, look at that wall art. That's pretty. Very eye-catching.
Yeah, and here we have the baby in the crib.
Very cute.
Yes, and she came up with such a good way to use all these triangles we've been getting. To just go ahead and spin them out.
Yeah, I wonder how many... We should do a poll and just count how many triangles everyone has. I would like to know a number. Triangles coming out our ears.
And spheres.
And spheres. I don't think we could all donate to the Take a Penny to the Tap Labs fast enough.
No, because I've been pulling them out of the one on Greybriar and destroying them mostly because there's just so many. Although my tap lap came in handy with the granite triangles because I used more than a stack in my last build.
What's that saying? One man's trash is another man's treasure?
Yep.
That's what the tap laps are good for.
Yep.
Great use of a tiny space. I like it. There's something popping everywhere.
Yes, that's great work, Jaded. And our next stop is going to be High Law. There were 2 entries from High Law. One I'd seen before, and the other one was also just opened up this morning. First up is Amy's Newfound Paradise by Amiel. You may want to jump while you're on the loading screen.
Thanks for the heads up.
And this is located in Dormant Court, and Amiel did use a big chunk of Dormant Core for this one. Big feasting area upstairs. There's that guy Nico again.
That guy. I'm gonna have to, like, separate you two.
Well, Maliana Torsen carries a bottle of wine with her wherever she goes, so I don't know. It's an interesting bedroom area over here. With the eel leaves, eel grass stuff. I like this light fixture here, made of some Drumcamp lamp posts turned upside down.
That's a pretty view when you come out. Come out of Stoneflash Tavern from the browns and all the greens hit you.
Yeah, Dormant Core is such a pretty base dimension.
Wait for me! You're supposed to hold the elevator.
Oh, sorry. Ton of mushroom caps in here. You can see everything goes up and up and up and up and up.
Oh wow. It sure does. It was like a Swiss Island, or wait, Swiss Family Robinson getaway. Is that right? Did I say it right?
Yeah, something like that. Okay, just for expediency. Normally I don't like to mount up in dimensions. And crap.
Did you fall? You fell, didn't you?
I sure as hell did.
See what happens when you mount in a dimension? It's karma hitting you, smacking you in the face.
Son of a bitch.
Turned into a jump puzzle after all. Go!
Well, at least I didn't fall all the way down. There was a mushroom cap to catch me on the landing. Did you make it up to the top yet?
I'm at the top. I kind of stopped and waited for you before I went up anything else.
Well,
I'm
lesson
here to
learned.
stop you and remind you to get off your mount before you start running up any stairs.
Well, lesson learned. I am off my mount right now, going up the ramp to the top structure. And we got another Nico up here. Cute little treehouse area.
I'm curious how many mushrooms are in here.
A lot. And a little rooftop observatory area.
I'm still down here with your boyfriend, Nico.
Beautiful views of Dormant Core from up here. Ember Isle is just such a beautiful in-game zone.
I'm quite surprised how far up this goes, too. This dimension is just huge.
Yep, but I think we might have covered most of it. And if we missed anything major, then I do apologize. But next up on the list is by Susoa. And it's called Ipuhono. Located in another Ember Isle dimension.
Wow. Okay, so I totally want to borrow other people's love nests.
Yeah. Some interesting water features in this one. Waiting for the elevator again.
Ah, there's a path back behind the elevator. I don't know if I'm going backwards or forwards, but...
Yeah, I was back there this morning, and when I first went through this one, and I just saw like a little nook area, but the upstairs, once you come up the elevator, there's some pretty good stuff up here. And I did follow the chains. A lot of colors in here. Everything's really bright. Did you make it up the elevator yet?
I didn't want to admit this to you, but I fell.
And you weren't mounted, were you?
You know what, Fiend?
Okay, well, I want to go inside the other elevator that's up here.
Yeah, I seem to have fallen in like a small grotto-like cave. Ah, I found the path again. Yeah, there's definitely quite a bit to explore in here for sure.
Yep. Another great fish tank. This one with some water moat fish. I really love the textures on the inside of the Sage Spire tower. It's more of those pieces that I would just like to strip off the item and just be able to use. Great views from up here.
As far as the eye can see.
Yep. Oh, I want to jump from up here, but
So here's the challenge. Jump, try and get to the next dimension before you hit the ground and go splat.
I'm not sure if I landed on the roof of the dimension or invisible tiles. I think I'm on the roof of the dimension. Outside the boundary. And that, boys and girls, is why you ride the elevator. Like you're supposed to. Alright, and this is Ipuhono by Susoa, and now we're off to Deepwood. And when we're doing all this shard hopping now, everybody can see where I send my mules. Oh. First on the list is by Silvani. It's called Sunset Plaza Hotel.
Yeah, I got a chance to visit this one the day of the contest when it opened up, and the builder gave me a little tour.
Yep, I think I was part of that crew too. Because I know I had seen it, but I hadn't voted it on this one, so it was on my main.
Yeah, there's some very cute structural things in here. I really like the use of light too with the front of the building. It just really makes some things pop out there.
Yes, it does. And the heart's right there on the middle of the floor.
Yes. I do have to mention though, these statues here, there's this one with the kind of, I guess you would call him a bug statue, and then there's this beautiful one over here with the little mermaid goddess type thing. She described this as, this is her, and this bug one over here is her husband. That kind of made me giggle a little bit.
Well, I do like the fountain that she made out of this one here with the mermaid.
Yes, it's very pretty.
There's a lot of clever little morphs in here, like these lamps. And we're heading up and down, and now we're back on the dining area with an awesome seaside view.
Yeah, I think this part of the dimension is my favorite, is the outside sections. There's the dining and the pool and the little gazebo.
And Shorewood Island was such a good base dimension to pick for this.
Yeah, we actually saw quite a few Shorewood Islands being used as the base.
Yes.
It's that water, man. That water.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said for swimmable water.
Does anybody else have like this uncontrollable urge, like when they see a pool in a dimension that you have to jump in?
Yes.
Yep, yep. I have to. Oh, look, a pool. I have to jump in it.
Great looking fireplace here. I'm upstairs in the actual rooms now. All with great views of the oceans. And no, you did not just see me jump in the bathtub. Or a hot tub,
Yeah,
rather.
loved this dimension. I thought the structure pulled me in and the features sunk it home. I like it. The entryway is just beautiful when you first walk in too.
Yes, it is. It makes the view of the hotel makes a lot of impact.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and there's one more entry from Deepwood, and that's Prosperity Falls Villa by Albadina. And he said that this was a place that he built for his wife. And he uses moonshade pools here.
You know, Moonshade, as soon as you change like the type of tree you put in here, it really takes on a different feel for sure.
Yes, it does. I'm going all the way up the hill. I'm back on my mount now. There's a great little gazebo up here. Certainly a lot of patience to line up all these tiles to make this gazebo roof. Now coming into the house itself. I love the mix of the brown brick and the limestone with the redwood accents.
Yeah, in my head I automatically kind of get that like Santa Fe kind of feel just 'cause the color.
Yeah.
and the open arches and things like that.
Some cute little wall decorations.
Yeah, I turned around to my boyfriend and said, "Honey, why don't you make me things like this?"
And what was his response? That sounds about right.
This one was lovely. I liked it. I really liked like I said, those trees, just different kinds of trees in here really changed the feeling of the dimension, the atmosphere. Really like it. And
Yes.
way to go, make an abode for the wife there. Smart man. Great job.
It's just very pretty. It has a lot of neat structural elements to it. Well, we didn't even come close to making it to all of the dimensions in an hour. I think next week, if time allows, we're going to hit the EU again next week with the winner's announcement.
That works.
Yeah, because we still have Greybriar to go, and Greybriar had the most entries of any shard. We had seven entries come from Greybriar alone. And
We're
gonna,
busy bees over there.
yeah, we're going to head that way now. And we may just run over a little bit today. Since my clock says we've only got 2 minutes left anyways.
I don't think anybody will mind. Everyone's getting lost with us here. You know, it was really great to see Luvinet's contest. Really, like, it surprised me that there was so many people who entered the contest. I remember I kind of came back from a little sabbatical myself, and I thought, oh, this would be fun. Do something with the community here. And I was really surprised at how many people actually, you know, joined the contest. It's great.
Yes, it is great. I'm very pleased that she had such a strong turnout for this. The first one is A Wedding to Remember by Varia. And he uses 3 springs for this one. I think this is another one made for a wife.
This is another one of those bigger slash higher item count dimensions that had a great use of all the space, honestly.
Yeah. I love this water feature that he added to the side, this creek.
Mm-hmm.
So many pretty colors and flowers up here. Here's our heart on the, I think it's a dance floor. And we've got just the whole reception area going on over here, plus an area for a live band. The wedding presents and the cake. And I really like what he did with the chapel in here. Setting
Found
it
the
up.
jacuzzi.
Oh.
Yeah, just this space. I thought it was really clever. Packed a lot in here. And I mean that in a good way. Like it fits. It gets everything you'd think you'd want for a wedding type destination. Very cute.
Yeah, a lot of good little areas in here. I love the color choices in this bedroom that he's got. And again, this is A Wedding to Remember by Varia at Greybriar. And next stop on the list is, I'm just going down the weekly here, Radish with Love is in the Air.
Ba-do-do-do-do-do-do. Or is that Strangers in the Night? That's alright. We could change the word to Love is in the Air.
And as far as overall contest entries go, this one was one of my favorites.
Yeah, this one was very... When I first zoned in, I was like, wow, okay, that's cool. And then I was like, oh, look at the little city below me. And then I was like, oh, I can explore the little city.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's Affleck's brain.
No, I was looking forward to that too. And I thought the whole thing when I first came in was blocked off as well, and then I ran and fell.
Yeah, you know what I love about this one is they really look like they're in love. Aww. Going in for a smoochy smooch.
And I like the perspective that she adds from the height. Instead of just blocking it off here, there's also snowy houses in the distance, and just doing a real good view of an overall area. And I like little miniature areas anyways, just because there's an element there that you're doing all the same details that you would in a normal size build, except much smaller.
Well, I was talking to Radish yesterday. I asked her if she has like a permanent eye twitch from placing small tables and chairs everywhere and making sure that they're not floating or anything. I think we've all experienced that, the smaller you get and when you're working inside a little house.
Oh yeah.
Little garden here, that's cute. Yeah, she really added all the little features of a town down here. It's very, very cute.
Yes, it is. And there's even more once you start getting into the outskirts. We got a little tiny graveyard back here. And I love this waterfall that she built in, even with the beach and the little lake and everything. I really like that. But uh, like a gigantic lurker outside this the reception hall here. And I really
Yeah,
like
there's a
this one.
few houses and places where I really tried hard to get in so that I could look around. But it didn't work. Yeah, this one was great. I liked the concept of this one.
I did too. Okay. Next up is Foxy with Enchanted Moonlight.
Another shoreward island.
Yep. This is another great one. Let's stop here so you get a good look at this awesome house with its own lighthouse. I really enjoyed the work that she did on that tower.
I agree. This one's very pretty. Right before you go in, just it catches ya. All the backlighting from the windows and very pretty.
Yeah, everything is well lit. Really beautiful. Flowers everywhere.
When I was in here for, actually, I think you were in here too, and she said that she is a florist, I believe.
Yeah,
I think.
she said floral designer.
There you go. And she said she had to try really hard not to put flowers everywhere. But they work.
They do. I'm in the kitchen now.
Look at this chocolate cake. Does anybody else want a piece of that chocolate cake?
Yes, please.
Yes, please. I think one of my favorite things in this dimension is in the bedroom there is a letter and a gift and a bouquet of flowers on the bed. It's very cute.
Yep, here we are. Some great work here in a lovely little place.
I like all the colors. It's very colorful and pretty. Little heart on the fridge there. And this is another one where when you come outside, the patio slash outside features are very pretty as well.
Yes, I love
The
fountain.
amenities.
Okay, and the next one up is Zanai with Lover's Hideaway, which is a Warden's Point. And I really liked this one, and this is one of Animea's alts. And she'll be on the Roadshow, I think the 11th of April.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this one too. It was quite a surprise. Like, a little bit packed in, and just, I like this one. Little lover's nest. Oh, hey, Nico, how you doing?
Yep, boy, he gets around.
He certainly does. Yeah, Anime, we were chatting the other day, and I said, you should totally enter the contest. And she says, I just built a lover's, themed type dimension. And I said, well, build another. And she goes, okay. So, like, 3 hours later, bam, here's the dimension.
And it's a gorgeous little place.
It is. Very cute. I liked it.
Next one is
Little
yours.
walkway and steps. Oh, no.
I can't get over to these frogs.
I had to have frogs. The sound effects, like the ambiance in this dimension, is when you're down by the water, all you hear is like a frog type sound, and had to have some froggies.
And the little blackbirds up here. Your people always turn out so well.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I want you all to know that I now know all the words to the song Kiss the Girl from Little Mermaid, because that is exactly what I hummed every day while I built this. In my wonderful Jamaican accent, by the way, too. Little turtle over here, too.
Such a great build.
Thank you. It's a small one.
And there's our heart. And the next up is Therite with Grotto for 2. Saw some interesting choices of base dimension with this contest.
This one surprised me for sure. I've never seen anybody turn a period mill this green. It was great. I find myself that the center of the dimension with all the hanging wires and things is very hard to incorporate or hide, and it works. Works perfect in this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they write so she or he, so I'm just going to go with the generic she. Did a great job in here. Turning it into a natural area. Then back here in the little grotto area.
Yeah, this one, I really enjoyed this one.
I did too. Oh, I guess there's only one more left on Greybriar.
Huh, which one's that?
The one I was trying to get out of ever putting on here.
Yeah, not gonna happen. So everybody, we're gonna go see see Fiendish. I don't know if you said this out loud or if I just missed it, but it's called Dinner at My Place.
Yeah, my idea was a dinner date at the house, and then you're always nervous beforehand, and you'll see when we get to the other rooms.
Will you give a nice good picture of this wall art? Because he just tickles me. She has a pirate on the wall and he's just cute.
You know, um, I got the bounty sets completed, and I got that, and I put him up in my redneck place, and I was like, wow, he looks like a pirate. And I put him in here, and he's mostly a reminder just to not take things ever too seriously. And every time I see him, I just want to go, yar.
And I remember from when I came in here, you were in here, so you kind of gave me a little tour around. The front windows in the living room here and the front door are all sort of latticed, and they have little hearts on them. I thought that was very cute that you incorporated the hearts into the windows there.
Yep, there's my hearts. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hearts. But yeah, this is just a little place.
Very cute. This is one of my favorite parts in this room here. I loved your curtains here. They look like they are blowing in the breeze. And also, if you could come over here, looks like somebody was in a hurry for their dinner date and left a bra out.
They actually left two out because there's one on top of the closet too. Because
Quick, shove everything in the closet. The date's here.
Yeah.
Flip flops down there.
Yep. Shoes, underwear, because you don't want to have your really you don't know what's going to happen, so you don't want to have the real sexy underwear on, but you don't want to have your granny panties on either.
Granny panties are a no.
But yeah, that was it.
And that's it. We covered everything on the US side, huh?
Yeah, that was it for the North American shards. Uh, Next week we're going to try to make up for it with the EU shards, because there are some really, really, really amazing builds over there. If you haven't seen them yet, I can't encourage you to go check them out in person enough. We ran 20 minutes over today, so I apologize for that. We didn't supercharge our terrain as much as we thought we were going to. But thank you for tuning in this week. Come back next week where the winners will be announced. I know I'm looking forward to that. And the week after that, we'll have Tryon senior game designer Noah Mordecus Holmes on. I'm still taking questions. Just be advised that I can't pass on engineering questions because that's not his scope. And I've taken questions and questions and questions about building blocks. So I want to thank everyone for watching today. Please go check out these entries in person. Share that +1 love around. Show your support of those who not only sponsor contests but enter them. And that's going to do it for this week. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.